Alright, today we have a twofer. We have a Tarkir Dragonstorm collector booster and a bundle box. Good old fat pack. I remember when these used to come with books. Have to say, I really love the art. I was originally just kind of going to skip this set, but it just ended up looking good. So just take a look at what we got here. Spin down. Kind of a translucent pearl color. Kind of nice. Looks like my ruler came out there. Alright, got all this extra stuff. I don't know if anybody ever uses those. I don't use them too often. I was not playing Magic when the original set came out. I kind of stopped around original Merida and came back with War of the Sparks. So take a look at the lands first. I haven't looked at a whole lot of this stuff yet. So it looks like we probably have the different dragons from the Commander boosters. I'm assuming they're in here as well. And good old John Avon in there. So it looks like it just comes with one. Or no, I guess 5. I would have been cooler if it had one foil, one non-foil. What can you do? Oh, there's 2 packs, so I guess this other one has the whatever the promo is in here. Teamer Battle Crier. Then we have foil. Okay, there we go. Kind of think they could just package it all together, but it's kind of cool. So I don't have a big connection to the different clans. Same thing with like the Ravnica Guild. I just wasn't around originally for it, and so it's not one I was super interested in. But the art on these look pretty fantastic, and I wanted to drop in because who doesn't love dragons? So haven't seen any of these, so I'm gonna go a little slow. Little furry hyena. Looks like it should be in like Theros or something. Oh, there's a new Mox, which is probably the hit. That looks cut a little. Maybe it's just the angle. I feel like I can see a crease there on the side of it. Maelstrom of the Spear Dragon. Okay. In the pack 2, I feel like each set, like the cards are coming out on a different side. Oh, I see something good back in there. So we have, love these little, I don't know if that's like an Oni kind of a thing. It's like a Japanese ogre. It's kind of cool. I do not know what's going to be good in Standard, what's going to be good in Commander. I do have to say this frame looks really cool in person. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the one that we saw in Eldraine, like the storybook things. But we'll just set that little guy to the side. I guess I'll put my other rares over there. Yeah, that frame looks just really nice. Dragon's Prey, Roamer's Routine, Desert Carver. Didn't have a chance to go to pre-release this last weekend, but still looking forward to checking some of this stuff out. Jungle, did I not? Oh, I just ran right over a Craterhoof behemoth. Yeah, this was like, hey, I didn't get a rare in here. Okay, looks like another one of those ape snakes. Kind of like Medusa from the old Clash of the Titans. Bonecare Butcher. Those ones just want to stick together. We have a non-legendary dragon. I wonder if there's very many legendary dragons in here. Activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planewalkers can't be activated. dragon stacks, I guess. Man, these cards are just kind of sticking together. Man, these things, I just can't get excited about them. Like, they should just make them really rare, make them like artist proofs or something, and have the artist sign them and randomly put them in packs. I think that would be a lot more fun and exciting. I'd make people connect a little bit more with some of the artists. I like some of the costumes in this as well. I don't know if this is how they used to be or if they've been changed. Armament Dragon, like, that frame is pretty fantastic. I can't say I'm not excited to see those. We got a Sarkhan. He gets to, looks like, duplicate other dragons. It's kind of cool. I don't know anything about the story. I've heard this is supposed to be like 10,000 years later, so if he's a human, I'm kind of curious how he's still alive. But love Corinne's. Looks a little different than some in the past, but still like the Hollow Merc Siege. Enchantment enters, choose a Sultai or Asban. I like a lot of these little modal effects. I feel like it just makes some of these rares that are probably going to end up as bulk just a little bit more, something that you just have a little bit more options from. It's probably really good and limited, like things like that. I don't know if some of these are little callbacks. I know there's the elephants, which I picked up some of the rhino, siege rhinos a few years ago. Just from a friend's old shop. Glacierworks Siege, another little modal card there. And I know there's a new rhino. It's kind of a reference to the old rhino. I don't know a lot of the references, so if I'm missing any of those, it's completely lost on me. Monk with flash there. Yeah, I love these. I guess there's this world with goblins. It's pretty cool. I like some of that art style. New looks like there's like a new frame on enchantments. Maybe it's been out for a while and I just haven't noticed it. A Naga Flesh Craft. Ooh, that probably paid for the box. I don't know what that's going for, but I'm happy to see a Mox Jasper in the new frame. Looks pretty cool, like a little Mox holding in the cards. I think that's the only serialized one that we can possibly get out of these. Which what's that going to be, like 1 in 1,000 boxes? I don't know how many boxes they actually printed these. Little Hydra action going on. If any of your inset put a 1/1 counter, when another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X. Where X is the number of counters on this creature. Never mess with that mechanic. This modal looks like that same one from earlier. That was the last pack. Do like that new art. It's pretty cool. I think I did pretty good there. Few mythics, like that Crater Hoof and the Mox Jasper, are some nice little highlights. So we'll just go ahead and put these off to the side. I still like that frame, and it's just an uncommon, which is kind of funny. This is the one that got me the most excited in the box. We'll see if we can get this sucker open. Haven't bought a collector booster in a while. Used to buy them when they first came out with Eldraine, and $200 was asking a lot, and now we're pushing $300, and who knows if I'll be able to get a hold of Final Fantasy, which comes out on my birthday. Big fan of that franchise, so we'll see what happens here. This pack feels really big, so we'll take a look and see how we do in the good old collector boosters. This little black frame is kind of interesting. I don't know, I'd almost think I would have just liked it more with just more art. We have so it comes with a bunch of these, it looks like. Irene the Spirit Dragon. Another mythic. We have a extended art. Almost like an adventure here. I don't know if it... Looks like it just shuffles in your hand after you play it instead of going on an adventure. Put them onto the battlefield tapped. Yeah, it must be like an adventure. I'm not sure if it does the same thing. We got the Shadowland here. Have that cool frame. Bunch of commons and uncommons are in the back. I kind of wish that stuff was just at the front. Makes opening the pack a little bit more exciting. Let's see where those. Maybe we'll just do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's move those to the front. We have the little eyeball lands. Some of these are kind of cool, actually. This is around when I started getting a little bit more excited for the set. We have our things here. That frame, just our uncommons there with the token, and a Japanese. I'm assuming that's a Crater Hoof Behemoth. Just the casting cost. It's in Japanese. That's interesting. We'll just, I guess, put these all together. Another one of these guys. Just getting the whole band together, I guess. Little thing here, and the foil. I'm quite unorganized with these. It's been a little while since I have opened these, and I didn't do a whole lot of research on the different frames that were coming in here, so, and I don't think I'll get any others. Let's go back to, I guess, land is the last one. All right, we have a dragon. This one, the swamp looks really cool. We have our alternate frames. For a second I thought it was the same card, but they're different. Sometimes having so many frames of different cards, I just feel like it just oversaturates something when you should be feeling excited. So I read that is still silliness. So we have our land here, Sinkhole Surveyor, Remnant of the House, and a Frenza. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, endures 2. Looks like a pretty solid counters card right there. Alright, we have a flyover here. We have our alternate frames. We have our foils. Man, there's just so many foils nowadays. Alrighty, what do we got? Frost Cliff Siege. That's kind of cool. It's like they're planning their battle. This guy's going to knock everything over. We have our little ink cards. We have our extended and a little foil land. This pack's open a lot better than some of the more recent ones I've picked up. Alright. Flyover land. These are pretty ominous. These artists, I wonder if Justine Jones did all of them. Doesn't appear so. She's fantastic. Kind of reminds me of the Dragon from one of the early Secret Layers. Alright. Excuse me. We have the Anaphrys Unyielding Lineage again. A Smile at Death. That's like a... Is that like a Alicia or something? Smiles at Death. Yeah, I kind of just wish they'd just got rid of the whole... Just make it a full art. Excuse me. Need a glass of water after this. Alright, we have our lands here. Flower. Looks like we're not getting too many of those lands with the eyes. I was kind of hoping I'd see a few more of those, but they must not come very often. So, Great Ash around the city. I guess that's a alternate art probably versus just an extended. Yeah, this guy looks pretty cool. I don't know if this is alternate or if this is some sort of extended art, but I do like that frame on that specific card. Will the Abzan. Well, over here we have Eski. This is one of the ones I did see the art in the video, and I have to say this might be my favorite art in the set. Vigilance Trample Ward 1. Ward is all over the place these days. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast both a non-creature and a creature spell and a non-creature spell, draw a card and put 2 1/1 counters. I mean, if you can get that going off, it sounds like it'd be pretty big, but casting 2 a turn is going to make it a little rough to keep that going consistently, I think. Here we go, another Flyover Swamp. I think that might be my favorite of these, of that land cycle. Little dogs. I guess it looks like a fox though, so I don't know if like foxes have the dog type. Not really played a lot of them. We have a Zergo Thunder's Decree. Kind of like the coloring here, but man, just this card just looks so sick, just as the full character here. I do like a lot of the art on these ones. We have our thing here, and we have a Naga Flesh Crafter. See if we get an Ugin, a Elspeth. Who Elspeth I think might be one of my favorite characters, but she seems just a lot different since she's like an angel now. There we have another Flyover. This time a mountain. Yeah, this frame is just fantastic. Props to whoever designed that. Got our things here. All Out Assault. Little mythic. Creatures you control at 1/1 and have Death Touch. When this enchantment enters, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase, followed by an additional main phase. When you next attack this turn, untap each creature you control. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Tygam, Master. Just a little slick right there. The first packs were kind of sliding around. This one's that art is really nice. I'm a lot happier with the art in here than Aether Drift, which just didn't do it for me. It felt like, I don't know, like I got excited, things like 40K or SpongeBob even, but it's like it's its own thing. But here it's just it's like a Universes Beyond, but like nobody likes the IP. Yeah, every time I think this is a frame that might be one of my favorites. I was kind of wasn't excited for that frame, but I just seeing it during some of the previews that I looked at. But I think it might be one of my favorites now. We have Skirmish Rhino. I feel like this card is like an uncommon when I looked it up, but that's that reference to Siege Rhino. It's kind of nice looking. Another Eski in the different art. We have a Sin of Voracious and a Rockkurt Rashasha. I thought those were like cats. I guess it's a demon. I feel like I've seen Rakshasha in old sets before. They were like some D&D villains with hands that would like be on this side normally instead of, like that. They're kind of interesting. There we go. Got a Swamp Eyeball. That looks pretty slick. It looks like we're definitely not going to be getting one of each. I wonder if there's going to be like 2 per collector booster or something like that. Look at all the crocodiles. I wonder if there's ever going to be... Ooh! I will take that Ugin Eye of Storms. That looks really... Okay. That's cool. He's like a little kid version. That's probably going to be the hit of the box, I would bet. We have some Dragonfire Blade. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has hexproof for monocolored. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each color of the creature it targets. Yeah, maybe if this was Universes Beyond, I'd pop them in my little SpongeBob deck I'm working on. But yeah, I really like that. Some of these alternate arts are really nice. Some of the aesthetic in here, it's really cool. Like I said, I have not been didn't do anything with the original Tarkir sets, and I'm getting some really like Pandaria vibes. Back when I played World of Warcraft, it's been a little bit. Shoutouts if you ever played Warcraft. I gave it up actually the day this last expansion came out. It's my last day my sub was active, so I figured it was time. I played it for far too long. Yeah, this character, Xshi or something, looks pretty cool. I like her design. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is a dog. Like, I guess this one's kind of looks like a German Shepherd. It's a cool spirit token. Oh, look, little duplication there. It's probably, I wonder if it's a good hit at all. Siege of Skies. Yeah, what do you guys think of this frame? It's kind of growing on me with some of them. Hey, look, we have 3 of them in 2 packs. But some of it's really just, the art on it's just better than I think some of the center things, or just it lets it pop a little bit more. Where are we at? Here we go, got another thing here. So I think we just got got 2 swamps, or what the first one was we got. Okay, so we just got 3 of those. I knew we had another one. I didn't pick it up. So we had an island, a mountain, and 2 swamps. So didn't get the plains or the forest. Cool. I did enjoy this art. This time in foil. I think the other one was non-foil. Magmatic Hellkite, flying when this creature enters, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. Yeah, this is it's kind of nice to have like that dual effect. It's a Bajuga Bog on a dragon. Revival of the Ancestors. I do like these little tails here. Tip the Skills and a Yaharan Road Watcher. So, well, thanks for watching. What do you guys think of the set? I'd love to hear what anybody thinks of the art. I think this art is a lot stronger than I've been seeing recently, and yeah, I'm kind of excited for it. So have a good one, and good luck in your pre-releases if you did that, and whatever you guys pull. Have a good one.